Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for coming in today. Today we're going to be chasing some rainbow trout here in one of these local fin lakes here up here in Lexington, Kentucky. But yeah, stick around and let's see what happens. Alrighty, I have never fished this spot right here before. I typically fish somewhere up over in there, up next to that big tree there. The one's kind of orange looking. I usually fish up that way, but this water is really up. I mean, it's all the way dead even with the bank. So we've got a lot of rain here recently. I'm not sure how that's going to affect the fish. Have to be extra careful and not drop nothing because there's cracks in this dock here, and don't want to drop anything in the water. But yeah, we've got 3 poles. Obviously we can't use 3 poles here. It's only a 2-pole limit here. That's how most fin lakes are. They're usually a 2-pole limit fishing area. But we have since I was getting so much hate with the YouTube community using spin cast Zipcos, I went and bought a spinning Zipco. Maybe that'd make y'all happy. I don't know. I don't really care what people think, but I bought this because it was real smooth. It's got 3 ball bearing system. It's really smooth. It's a medium action, 6'6", whatever line it came on it from Zipco. And then we have this right here is one of my favorites. This is the micro graphite Shakespeare. It is, I think it's 7 foot. It's action, it's light. This is the Fucino GG 3000. It has a 6-pound mono on it. I think it's a Stren on that one. I usually run trilene, but I want to try something different on it. And then you got your old reliable that everybody hates, is a Zepco 33 Classic. Not really the Classic, but it's made so much for the Classic. But we're not going to be using that one today unless one of these mess up. But what we have for bait today is we have night crawlers here as our first option for bait. It's one of them. Man, some nice looking night crawlers. Look at that. Man, good fat juicy ones. Next up we have red worms. Love my red worms. Can never go wrong with red worms with trout. A power bait, trout bait, original scent. Some good stuff. It works good. I have trout bait. Don't ask me to say that because I'm gonna butcher it. Anyway, that's Sierra's Gold. And then we have some power bait corn, natural scent. This is what I caught them on last weekend. Well, my GoPro decided to die on me and just not do anything. So we've got a new camera here. We've got new fishing poles. We've got all kinds of good stuff. So let's see how this day goes. Let me get these baited up and let's get them out here. All right, our first bait option here we're going to throw out there is going to be the old power bait corn. All right, so this is our setup here. We got an egg sinker here, 1/4 ounce. Got a little bead there to protect the knot. I always use improved clinch knots. That's all I use here on the channel. We have a swivel here, and then we got some. This is because the trout like to swallow the hook so much. I figured this would be a quick option, just a quick release and throw on a new one. This is I forgot to size this hook here, but we've got this here. This is from Eagle Claw. It's already tied up, pretty much set up, ready to go. Just throw it on the swivel and go. And we're gonna give our first cast here at the new pole. And wow, that was nice. We are going to be dealing with new lines, so it's going to be a given. Hoping to catch a few fish on it, straighten this line out. This line probably will not be staying, because that's just how I am. And we're going to set that up there just like that and wait for a bite. All right, and while we wait, you know, I like to have one out there sitting and waiting while I use one for casting. I'm just gonna be throwing around this little jig here. It's a little small jig, one of the jigs I made. We're just gonna throw it around and bounce it around out here just to see if there's any trout. Trout love chasing things. Trout are very aggressive, especially these stalk rainbow trout. They're very aggressive. They hit you wide open. So I'm just going to cast this around a little bit and bounce it off the bottom. This water's got a pretty good stain to it right now, so I don't know how that's going to work out. I'm just going to be bouncing that let it sink. I'm just gonna pop it back up, let it sink, pop it up, let it sink. That seems to work really well with these stock rainbow trout. We're out here dealing with rain showers in between. We got a nice overcast. Sun's supposed to come out later, no guarantees though. And just for a reference, this water's not very deep right here. I mean, it's this whole lake, the maximum depth of this lake is actually right out here. It's 4.5 foot deep. If y'all go back in some of my older videos, you can see I used to I had a boat out here and we figuring out the depth. And it is not a very deep lake, but there has been people drowning here. We had a kayak here a couple of years ago fall in, and yeah, I think what happened was he got stuck in the mud is what happened. So, but yeah, I'll get back with y'all if we catch anything. Alright, I'm going to throw a red worm out there on bottom. This is how we have him rigged up here. If y'all can see that. So that way he's out there wiggling and moving. Not sure how this is going to work out here, but the water being so stained and stuff. Poor reel got mud over. It's been back in my truck since the last time we went fishing. But we're going to throw the 33 out there and let it sit there and soak a little bit and see if we can catch anything on that red worm. We're going to give this spot a little bit longer, about another 15 minutes, and then we'll keep moving down. There's a dock. I don't know if you can see, there's a dock right there too. Might go down there and throw off it. This is one of my places I have never caught a rainbow trout at that are stalked. About everywhere I have went, I have caught rainbow trout at these fin lakes. This is the lake that I have never caught a rainbow trout out of, and I'd like to fix that. You know, I'd like to fix that today. But sun has went back in, as y'all can see. Give you a little view of everything here. Still learning the camera and its view. Drove the old Chevy. That's our fishing rig now. I got a Ford Maverick too, but that's my daily. Yeah, just here's the view. That's pretty much it. I don't know if y'all can see that water or not. It's pretty dark, pretty stained. Well, not a nibble, not a bite, nothing here. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to walk up that very muddy bank there, and we're going to go way up here, right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. And we're going to try that dock out. I actually brought my water boots with me, but I haven't worn them in a while. And I went to the shed and got them out. And I put them in the truck, didn't even check them before I left. I got here, went to put one went on fine. And went to put the other one on and tilted upside down and water ran out of it. So yeah, go figure. But that's okay. We're gonna go up here and we're gonna try a new spot and see if we can't beat this this lake with a trout, because I've never caught a rainbow here. So let me get these reels rolled in here and move on up. Alright, I'm going to be throwing one of these, the chartreuse rooster tail here a little bit. And we're going to see if we can't get a bite or a reaction from the trout. Well, this water's so stained. Usually chartreuse, bright orange, stuff like that in that nature really attracts the rainbow trout in these water conditions, stained as it is. That's why I like using chartreuse or the orange power bait in these conditions. But I forgot the orange at home. I forgot it. But yeah, I'm gonna throw this around and see if we can't hook up with something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, there's a hit. Oh, man. Missed him. Missed him. Go back out there till we can't get him. New spot here. We'll give this a few minutes here. It's real shallow, but they usually stalk the rainbows right over here. So I'm thinking maybe there may be a few up in here still from when they stopped. But we'll see, we'll see. That in there like that. When I start pulling my pole holders out, my backpack behind it, and voila, there you go, got you a rod holder. And there's our first snag. Well, there goes that rooster tail. I knew I shouldn't have thrown over here, but never know. Come on, you gonna come loose for me? You gonna break? You gonna break? Yep, you broke. Dang it. Yeah, too shallow over here. Too shallow. Well, let me tie another one on. Uh-oh. We got fish on the dough. Something's over here hitting it. Well, I'm caught up in a tree, but something hit that dough pretty hard over here. Now I'm caught up in a tree because I was rushing. Let me get my lure back. I don't care. There we go. Man, I looked over here. I looked over here and that pole just went whoop, right back up. There's a lot of big carp in here too, so a carp could have just swimed into it. Very possible. We'll give this spot a few more minutes and we're gonna go somewhere else around the... Wow, look at them trees. Wow, wow, wow. Whew, well, Dad, gotta go. Well, if I can get in. So right here in this corner here is where I like to fish at sometimes too. There used to be a post out there and it would always hold some type of fish around it. And it's gone. Lovely. First cast here. And there's some rocks out there. I remember when I used to be out there on my boat, and when it got real low, I got to figure out some pretty cool little spots out there. Get the cooler open. Jeez. And there's actually some really big rocks out there, so maybe there's something laying out there around them. I'll put the old pole in the cooler and the rod holder. There we go. And then we're going to throw around this pretty bright orange rooster tail round. So let's see what happens. And there's one of those rocks over there. Get it out. Come on. Come on, come on out. I got a feeling it won't though. I'll try to walk around there and get it, but I don't think it's going to come loose. There's some rocks over here too. What in the world? I don't know if I'll get it over this tree. Yeah, I got it over it. Man, I got it. We got it. We are now at another spot. We're going to try it here a little while and see what happens. Oh, these old trout, you know, I got a feeling if I had a kayak or a boat, I probably would have found them on the other side, because that's usually where I catch all my catfish at. I like fishing that other side over there. There's a golf course over there. You're not allowed to fish over there on that side. So, when you got a kayak or a boat, make sure you fish that side, because that's where I catch all my catfish at. Now, it doesn't mean you can't catch catfish over here, no. But there's a lot of catfish that like hanging out over there. I'm just gonna sit here and set these poles up, throw them out, and give it a good 10-15 minutes. Don't catch them, we'll move to another spot. What we've been doing. I need to tie up another rooster tail probably. Probably a waste of time throwing a rooster tail today, but yeah. Getting a bite. Let's see if we can get them. Come on. Come on. Waiting for him to run with it. I'm tighten that line up a little bit. There we go. You gotta be careful using this corn power bait out here. There's a lot of carp in this lake. Well, was getting a bite. Well, we're gonna go down here and try one more spot, and then if we don't get no luck then, we may have to leave. The heavier rain start setting in here in about an hour. So far it's been light and bearable, you know, no wind or nothing. It's been very peaceful, very, very peaceful. But we're gonna go down here and try around where they built this new bridge. I haven't been up here since they've done some work up here. They've added a sidewalk all the way around the lake on this side, not the golf course side, and they've added a new bridge down here. I don't know if you can fish off of it or not, but it's real nice. But yeah, I love fishing this time of year. It's so quiet. There's nobody out. Fish ain't biting, and that's okay. It doesn't always have to be. You don't always have to be catching fish. Sometimes it's just about being outside. But let me get these packed up here, and we'll go down here and see what happens. Well, we are here, but the water's pretty shallow. I mean, I can see the bottom. As far as you can see. It's always been like this down on this end. It's always been real shallow. But this is all new to me because I ain't been here for a while. You see where people walk down there and fish, but it's just so shallow. So shallow. I don't know. I'm gonna throw out anyways. See what happens, because I was catching those trout last weekend. I was catching them in about 2 foot of water, so that's about 3 foot straight down right here. I can see the bottom. It's about 3 to 4 foot there, but out there it gets shallower. I figured maybe since they put this new bridge in here, there'd be a deep pocket right here. There is, but I can see the bottom, so just very, very clear. But we'll go to try. Let's see what happens. All right, got our poles out. Look what I found here. Nice. Someone dropped them their pyramid sinker. It's a 1 ounce pyramid sinker. Mine now, we can use it. We can use that later on down the road. It's always good to look around and see what's laying on the ground, because you never know what you're going to find. You know, people drop stuff all the time, you know, so keep your eyes open. Well, we're going to pack up here and start heading to the truck. It's a pretty good walk on the way to the truck. Maybe we'll fish around the truck, see if we can't maybe catch at least one. I don't know, but I'm not the only one not catching nothing, so that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling to a fisherman. But yeah, I'm gonna get packed up here and we're gonna start heading to the truck. we're gonna try this spot right here. Sun's popped out for a few minutes, so I think I'm gonna fish right in here. This looks too good not to fish. We got a tree down over here. Looks like it's been here for a while. Got some tree over there, so got some roots right here. Have to be careful if we catch anything with size, but I want to try it here, and we're gonna go over here and get this freaking, oh my god, bro. You can definitely tell somebody fishes for carp here. It's corn and stuff. I'll be careful not fall in, but y'all check this stuff out. Look at what a mess of fishing line. Come on, guys. Come on. Let me get this all undone here. I don't know what the heck they're even using this stronger line here for anyways. Ain't nothing in here that big to need weed to shrink for anyways. Yeah, that's like 50-pound test. That's big game. That's like 50-pound line. You don't need anything in here for that size. Jeez, please. See, that's all it took. Right there. 1 minute. Now in a minute. And then we're gonna pick up this line here too as well. Jeez, look at there. 1 minute. 1 minute's all it took me to get that out of there. Well, we're going to pack up and head to the truck unless I see something flopping on the way. But yeah, I've had a good time. Had a great day. It was really rainy to begin with. It's been raining for about 4 hours now. I've been out here for about 4 or 5 hours. Not even going to sugarcoat it. Not even going to lie to y'all. I was out here for about 5 hours this morning. Had 2 little nibbles. That's about it. I ain't seen anyone else catching anything. I saw some guy catching some crappie around a dock, but that's really about it. But yeah, this was fun. I had a good time. I hope y'all liked this video. Sorry there wasn't no fish in it, but we got to go out and try a new camera here, and I'm gonna go home and upload this, get it edited for y'all, and hopefully next trip we'll catch us a fish. But until next time, I'll catch y'all later. Bye, y'all.